YouTube, welcome. My name is Marilyn. I make lifestyle straight talking videos and pretty much anything that interests me, including food recipes, reviews and hauls. So guys, it's PCOS awareness month, which is every September, and I feel like if I don't make a video about PCOS, then nobody else should. Because I have a first-hand experience on PCOS. Now, for those of us who don't know what PCOS is, PCOS means Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and I have got it. Now guys, growing up, I think the start of puberty, I noticed that I had hair, like thick bush down there, and also hair on my stomach. I used to think that was normal, I thought, okay, it's genetics. My dad is quite hairy. Yeah, and some of my mother's sisters are quite hairy. So I was like, okay, probably this is just genetics, nothing more. And I chalked that to, just part of growing. Now, I was diagnosed with PCOS late at 27. That was when I was diagnosed with PCOS. Why time flight was that I did not have any issues with my menses. My menstruation, even till date, is like on the clock. I didn't have issues with that. Now, typical symptoms of PCOS is you have like irregular menses. You find it very difficult to get pregnant. Also, you have hirsutism, that's hairs where you don't need them to grow, such as the face, the stomach, the chest, the neck, typical male pattern hair growth. You find it very difficult to lose weight, and the thing is that with PCOS, the more you gain weight, the more these symptoms worsen. So it's just a very and this affects up to 25% of women. So it's a DC, like a lot of people has got it. And out of 500 women, 70% of people, or 70 women, do not know that they have PCOS, So, except maybe through the fact that, okay, they are infertile, or when it comes to time to get pregnant, especially those that are trying, that's when they get diagnosed. So it's a very, very, very useless, I call it useless, very, very useless syndrome. And the fact is that it does not have cure, but it could be managed through, taking some certain medication and, watching your weight, nutrition, and all that jazz. Now let's go to how did I get diagnosed? Okay, at the ripe age of 27, I started growing facial hair. I didn't start growing facial hair, immediately I had polycystic ovary snow. At the age of 27, then I was preparing to go to my master's. So I started gaining weight, and the process of preparation and everything could be stressful. I wasn't really working out as I should. I was very sedentary because, life. And I started noticing that I was growing facial hair. I tried all means, I plucked, and I was having severe acne. Now, I had acne during the start of puberty. But at the age of 18, 19, my acne cleared up. I had like the smoothest face and skin. I wish I could go back to those glory days, so, but at the age of 27, I started getting acne again, and I was now having facial hair, like thick black facial hair. Now, I was now pulling them with tweezers. Initially, it came like small, like 3, 4 would just appear, and I'll just, pull out with tweezers and to leave like some scarring on my face, and pop, they started appearing, and I noticed that I was growing a few beards. I was growing like a full beard, and like, wow, what the hell is happening? So that was giving me concern, aesthetically as a woman. I felt like it gave me like low self-esteem, like, oh God, I wouldn't go back to those times, So I decided then to go get medical checkup. So when I got to the hospital, now the thing is that diagnosis of PCOS is very hard. A lot of people do not take it seriously. Like the doctor I went to here in Nigeria was like, I should go and try and lose weight, because I told him recently that I was gaining weight. I should try and lose weight. I should try and exercise, reduce my carb intake. That was what he told me. That's the first doctor I went to. So I tried to lose weight, my dear. That was the hardest. Normally, if I want to lose weight, it just takes me, don't eat so much for a few days, watch what to eat for a few days, do some light workout, and yeah. But didn't work. The more I starved myself, the more I started having low blood sugar, headaches, fainting, you know. I was like, this is not normal. So I went to another hospital. This time my mom took me to another hospital. So I got there and it was like, okay, the doctor there said he was going to check my hormonal profile and he was going to give me a scan. So a scan was done and they found some cysts on my ovaries, and also they did like a hormone profiling for me, you get. So they found out that I had like my testosterone level was higher than normal. So, which led to conclusion that I'll have PCOS. Now, the fact that I have regular menstruation throughout the doctors, because I never had problems with my menses. So, he just said I just have polycystic ovarian, polycystic ovaries, right? It didn't turn into a syndrome because, you know, there was no irregularity in my menstruation. So, and it's been like that till date. Now, how do I manage my PCOS? First of all, I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you something that I've observed. Not really a story. I want to tell you something I've observed with people with PCOS. Since I have it, I have been doing like extensive studying, and I've been looking at women, you know, who haven't gotten diagnosis, and I'll be like, I think you might have PCOS. Now, one thing I know is that you have like strong body odor. I can remember that at that time, if I go to the gym like this, if I do not wear roll-on, normally I can get away with roll-on. I can get away without wearing roll-on or deodorant. You know, I'll just have a shower, just spray perfume and go. But this time, I was smelling like a man who hasn't had his bath for 2 days and has been running, not working, running in a very high temperature environment. Jesus. If I open my armpit like this, smell. I was like, what the hell is this? Why am I smelling like this? What's up? It's the testosterone, guys, that I produce. So at that time I was bathing like 3 times, 4 times a day. Sometimes when I come out, I bathe, I wash armpits safe, put my nose there, I still be smelling like that. I'm like, what the hell is going on with me now? You see, self-esteem, it reduced to nothing, like nothing. But the thing that killed the BO was I started taking chlorophyll and spearmint tea. That was what eradicated. I still take spearmint tea today. I take it like 3 times a week because I really do not like the taste of mint. So sometimes I just put it in my coffee. I like coffee. So I take spearmint tea and coffee. Then I also take chlorophyll tablets regularly, twice a day. I use the Puritan Sprite because other brands can be very expensive. So. And also, before I got diagnosis, my very first boyfriend used to say that there are some mornings that my back will be extremely wide and like I had a hump. Now I see this in a lot of women, and more often than not, those people have, you know, testosterone, because my back becomes like broad. I have broad back normal, you know, with huge boobs normal, but the days that the testosterone levels are high, my back becomes like very broad and I'll be hunched, you know, that kind of thing. So watch out if you know that you're started developing broad back, you start getting BO, and you have facial hair or hair on your chest, most likely you have PCOS. It doesn't matter if your period is regular or not, just like my case. So yeah. And how do I manage my PCOS? PCOS does not have any cure. You can't cure it. So I manage it through, you know, change a lifestyle. Now, me personally, I'm quite sedentary because I'm always writing or doing one research or the other. So, and truly, I don't really like exercising. Like, but I have to manage it one way or the other. So what I do is that those days that I'm not exercising or I'm quite busy because life, I do 1 meal a day. I make sure that I incorporate all the food groups into that one meal, and the meal I take is typically within 3 to 4 o'clock. So I usually do not eat in the morning. I take coffee and spearmint tea in the morning, and also I take chlorophyll tablets. Now the cheapest chlorophyll tablets you find is from Puritan's Pride. I always buy Puritan's Pride supplement because they are cheap and they're everywhere. So and it has helped me so much. So if you're having BO, spearmint tea and chlorophyll is your best bet, and you see result as little as 2 weeks. Now I also take inositol. I'll show you here, and I also take fish oil. Then I have like a box of vitamins that contains like calcium, vitamin D, so many vitamins. So I take those things regularly and they have helped. But the most thing is that I'm always actively trying to lose weight. It's an uphill battle if you have PCOS. Like, that's the worst part of it, but it's a lifestyle thing, so you got to do that, else you're going to develop like full-blown diabetes. It's easier for people with PCOS to like develop full-blown diabetes, so you really have to watch your weight. All right guys, that's it for me today. If you have any questions about PCOS, please do not hesitate to put it down in the comment section, and I will answer your questions as much as I can. So I'll see you later in my next video. Bye bye.